unite and take over the patriarchal system. Let's do it right now.
Why do women hate men? In March 2026, CNN published an investigation that uncovered the Telegram chat groups with up to 70,000 members. Now, because I'm a broke college student with 35 subscribers living with my parents and my legal defense fund is exactly $0 and 0 cents, I'm not here to debate philosophy. I am here to read receipts. Okay, let's get into the psychology because everything I have listed so far isn't just a series of isolated incidents. It's a system, and there is a reason the same men who participate in these things also spend their days online screaming about what women should wear, how women should vote, and whether women should have jobs. Let's talk about psychology and power because the question, why do women hate men, has a two-part answer. Part 1 is all of the stuff I just listed, the material reality. Part 2 is the psychological reality of what it means to live under a system that treats you as simultaneously a threat, a commodity, and a piece of property. The men in those Telegram groups, those rape academies, they're not outliers, they're not a few bad apples. They are the logical extreme of an ideology that says women exist to be controlled. The Manosphere, the online ecosystem of alpha male influencers' red pill podcast, has mainstreamed the belief that women are subordinate. They build audiences by telling young men that women's autonomy, the right to vote, to work, to refuse marriage, to initiate divorce, to wear what they want, is the cause of all of their problems.
Ladies gotta understand that it's not all men. You're absolutely right. Oh, look, I made you some chocolate covered almonds. Your favorite. Oh, dark chocolate or milk chocolate? Dark chocolate. But there's 2 of them that's actually shit covered in chocolate. There's 2 that are shit covered in chocolate. Yeah, I don't want them. Why not? Because there's 2 that's shit covered in chocolate. But there's like 50 in here. And there's only 2 who are shit covered in chocolate, so the chances of you grabbing the 2 are pretty low. Yeah, but I don't know which ones are the ones covered in shit. I don't know if I'm gonna grab the bad one or the good one. But it's not all the almonds, it's just 2 of them. I'm good on all of them. Oh, so you don't wanna take a chance. I don't wanna take a chance on any of them.
When you spend years inside that echo chamber, the jump from women shouldn't have jobs to women are objects to let's share tips on them and monitoring them is not a huge leap. It's the same pipeline, it's just further down the funnel. The Rape Academy is where the Manosphere's ideology ends. It's the logical conclusions of dehumanization. Sociologists and researchers who study these movements, people like Laura Bates of the Everyday Project, have documented how the commodification of misogyny online converges on one thing, the control and degradation of women. Whether it's the podcast pros demanding virgin 18-year-olds to train or the online creators profiting off increasingly violent content, the common thread is that women's bodies are there to be used for money, for status, for revenge, for fun. And now we reach the psychological paradox that makes all of this so insane. On one side, you have the demand for the pure, submissive virgin trad wife, barely legal, untouched, ready to be ordered around. On the other side, you have the porn, the OnlyFans, the prostitution, the parties full of women in short dresses who exist to be used and discarded. And then somehow, these same men get angry that women exist in the world wearing clothes, having opinions, holding jobs, refusing marriage, refusing kids, leaving cheaters, voting. They want the product but hate the producer. They want a woman that can give them kids but hate it when her body changes. Make it make sense. What is that but a pure, undiluted hatred of women's agency? They want women available for consumption but despise women who choose how, when, and whether to be consumed. And the psychological toll of living inside this contradiction, being told you exist to serve and being punished for choosing otherwise, is profound. And that brings us to the final question. With all of this, the 62 million visits, the 70,000 Telegram members, the 4% conviction rate, the women in jail for bad jokes and medical care while Epstein's buddies stroll free. With all of this, why do women hate men? Is it really still a mystery, or is it maybe the most rational response in human history? Now let's talk about the men who profit from this, because none of this exists in a vacuum. The Manosphere didn't spawn from a cave. It was built, funded, monetized, and it is mainstream. Andrew Tate, before his arrest, tens of millions of followers, he ran an online academy not for rape but for teaching men, young men, how to get rich and attract women, which in practice meant
online university, the real world.
14-year-old kid that made $3,000 the other day. I cannot believe this 13-year-old is making more money than his parents.
What he's basically saying is we take money off teenagers.
exploitation. In May 2025, UK prosecutors authorized 21 charges against him and his brother Tristan. Actual bodily harm, human trafficking, controlling prostitution for gain. 3 alleged victims for Andrew, 1 for Tristan. Evidence from Bedfordshire police. European arrest warrants, and still his content circulates. These influencers, the ones with the podcast, the supercars, the rented mansions, they flood Instagram and YouTube with content featuring women in skimpy outfits, objectifying them for views and ad revenue, while simultaneously preaching that women should be modest, pure, virginal, and submissive. They go to parties to sleep around and demand an 18-year-old untouched bride to train and order around. The hypocrisy isn't a bug, it's the business model. Economists and feminist researchers have noted that this is commodified misogyny, hatred packaged as self-help sold to lonely young men, funded by algorithms that reward outrage. And when the pipeline ends in a Telegram chat where thousands of men exchanging tips on seducing their wives and nobody in that ecosystem takes responsibility. So let's bring it home. Why do women hate men? Not all men, we know. The not all men cavalry is already typing. But enough men to build a 62 million visit academy, enough men to fill a 70,000 member Telegram group with fantasies of others' ancestors. And no, women don't fantasize getting raped. Enough powerful men to keep Epstein's network out of handcuffs while a 23-year-old college student faces 15 years for a bonbon joke. Enough men to profit off women's bodies in corn and ornaments while demanding total control over real women's clothing, jobs, votes. And it's not irrational. It's not hysteria. It's evidence. It's math. If this made you uncomfortable, good. Sit in it. If this made you angry, channel it. Protect the women in your life. Call out your friends who share Manosphere content. And if it triggered you, you're part of the problem. Look at the comments. Look at the patterns. Notice who profits and who pays. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a politician. I'm a broke college student studying humanities with 30 subscribers and an empty bank account. But I can read, and the receipts are public. The question isn't why women hate men. The question is, how is anyone still pretending not to see it? I'm Katrina. Like, subscribe, do whatever you want. I'm gonna go lie down for a week. Goodbye.